Hi, today I'm going to show you how to solve a word problem using both the model approach and the algebra approach. Jason and Amelia had an equal amount of money. After Jason spent $56 and Amelia spent $19, the ratio of Jason's money to Amelia's money was 2:3. So the ratio 2:3 represents the amount of money that was left after their spending. The question wants us to find out how much money did Amelia have at first. So using the model approach, we can start off by drawing the amount of money that Jason and Amelia have at first. By using two rectangle blocks of the same length to show the amount of money that they have at first is equal, because the two rectangle blocks are of equal length. So since Jason spent $56, we are going to cut off $56 from the amount of money that Jason has to show that this is the proportion of money that he has spent. Likewise for Amelia, since she spent $19, we are going to apportion $19 out of the amount of money that she has to show that she spent $19. Whatever is left over from the amount of money that they have spent will be the portion highlighted in yellow. So the yellow portion represents the amount of money left, which we are now going to divide them into the ratio 2:3. So as we know from the question, Jason's money left was 2 units, whereas the amount of money that Amelia had left was 3 units. So this will give us the ratio 2:3. Now we can write 1 unit for each of the yellow boxes to show the ratio 2:3 clearly. With this model, we can therefore now solve for 1 unit. From the model, we can clearly see that 1 unit represents the difference between $56 and $19 spent by both Jason and Amelia, which will bring us to $37, and that is the amount for 1 unit. So the question would want us to find out how much money did Amelia have at first. So we are going to find out the amount of money for this entire block that Amelia has. Therefore, amount of money Amelia has at first will then be equals to 3 units times $37, which is the amount for 1 unit, plus the $19 that she had spent earlier, and this will bring us to a total of $130, which will be the amount of money that Amelia had at first. This will be the model approach to solving this question. Now let's move on to the algebra approach, which we can also use to solve the same question. For the algebra approach, we can put the details here into a before, change, and after format. By first of all writing down the name of both Jason and Amelia, and then putting the before, change, after into the first column. Now what do I mean by before, change, after? As we can see, this entire problem sum is broken down into a few portions. Equal amount of money, this is the before. That means the amount of money that they have before they actually go on to spend it. The spent will be the change that is taking place. And of course, lastly, the ratio 2:3 representing the amount of money that they have left will be the after effect, okay, of what they had left after they had spent the money that they had in the first place. So before, change, after, we are now going to put this information from the question into this table. For Jason, he had spent $56, so minus 56 for Jason. Amelia spent $19, therefore minus 19 for Amelia. And the question, we do know that the amount of money that they had left is in the ratio 2:3. Therefore, in the after, the row for the after effect, Jason has 2 units left, and for Amelia, 3 units left. Now, to derive the amount for before, over here for Jason, we will have to work backwards. Okay, work backwards. And by looking at the table over here, the before amount for Jason will be 2U plus 56. Likewise for Amelia, her before amount will be 3U plus 19. So since the question mentioned that both Jason and Amelia had an equal amount of money, we can therefore now equate 2U plus 56, which is the amount of money Jason had at first, equate it to the amount of money that Amelia had at first, which is 3U plus 19. Now we use the equal sign here because the question mentioned both of them had an equal amount of money, and therefore it makes sense for us to equate both the amount of money that they have at the beginning. So using the algebra approach, we can now straight away solve for 1 unit by putting all the units on one side. 3U minus 2U equals 56 minus 19, which will give us 1U equals to 37. Now since we know 1U equals 37, the question would want us to find out how much money did Amelia have at first, so we are looking at this amount. So Amelia has 3U plus 19 at first. Therefore, putting the 1 unit equals $37 into the equation, 3 times 37 plus 19. This will similarly bring us to the amount $130, which is the same answer that we have derived from the model method earlier. So, one question, 2 different types of approaches.